Literally no one asked me to vlog, so I decided to do it all my own. You see me live my life every day, girl, so get ready to be bored, you're watching April. I know that doesn't rhyme, but literally nothing rhymes with April. Flynn was feeling stir crazy this morning, but it's raining, so we can't really do anything and go anywhere. Well, we couldn't go anywhere anyway. So we're going for a walk. Water? It's a puddle. Pretty cool, huh? So happy. Yeah, Coco's coming. Mama. Moo-moo's there. Get all your people.
Usually have a real leash for Moose, but we have a temporary one.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think to explain that. We're not going on a walk. We're just walking like down the street. We aren't going for a real walk because it's pouring rain and I'm in my pajamas. So, and we couldn't find a leash on a quick moment's notice. So he has a real leash, don't worry. It's just for this moment. Where are we going? That's a bush. Is it wet? A bush. Is that a wet bush? Whoa. Moose has got his raincoat on. Hello everybody, so we played in the rain and now it's time to make a coffee and some lunch, and Flynn is having a hard time. So I haven't been vlogging much today because Flynn been a little sad. I think he's teething. He has a lot of teeth. When babies are teething, they give you like a time span. So they're like, oh, you can get the baby can get its first tooth anywhere from 4 months to 9 months or something. Like they always give you a time span for each individual tooth. And for Flynn, he's always gotten a tooth on the earliest day he possibly can. So he has so many teeth. He has 4 on the bottom here, 4 on the top here, 2 molars on the top and 2 molars on the bottom. So let's do math. 12. He has 12 teeth and he's 15, 16 months, 12 teeth. That's a lot. I feel like I know babies that are older than him with less teeth, but he gets his teeth so early, like immediately when a baby can get a tooth, like he gets it. He was really kind of fussy yesterday and not feeling well, but he didn't have a fever, he didn't have diarrhea, nothing was off. But he kept grabbing his mouth. And so I was like, oh no, is he teething again? So I looked up the incisors, which is the teeth in between he's 4 bottom teeth, in between those 4 bottom teeth and the molars that he has, these little like jaws need to they need to come through. And so I looked in his mouth and it's swollen and I can see the teeth trying to poke through. And so I looked it up and those teeth come through between, I think it said 16 to 19 months or something. I don't remember what it was, but the starting month was 16 months and he's 16 months. He's getting them. And that's how he always has been with every tooth. He always gets it the very first month a baby can get a tooth is when he gets it. He's getting 2 teeth. And it's weird because the molars didn't really hurt him. It didn't bother him. Like I feel like one day he was laughing and I was like, you have molars? I didn't even know he was teething when he got his molars. So I thought that like the painful teething part was done, but the last 24 hours he's been grabbing at his mouth, crying and just seeming fussy and like smacking his mouth like that. That's what he used to do when he was teething when he was a little baby. And so I'm like, oh, that must be what it is. So he was sad. So we were having like family cuddles and movie time all morning. Now he's feeling better, and so he's playing with his daddy so that I can make some coffee and lunch. But that's the update on my little Flynster. But it's weird, it's such a scary time right now in the world that any sign of anything that is not 100% healthy is scary. So in the past I would have been like, oh, he's probably teething. But this time I'm like, does he have a fever? Does his chest hurt? Is he coughing? What's wrong? So I had a little panic, but he's okay. And I'm like 99.9% positive he's just teething. Everything is fine, but I'm a little bit of a mess right now in life, so. Hey all you cool cats and kittens. So tonight we are having salmon, and I made fried rice before I put the baby to sleep. So we have fried rice and salmon. I'm gonna make some sweet potatoes in the oven, and I'm also going to teach you how to make cheddar bay biscuits. They're so amazing. So if you have these ingredients, I highly recommend this recipe. It's really good. This is the recipe if you want to screenshot it. I wrote out, this is my version of a recipe. So first, we're gonna mix 2 cups of flour, and I also have 2 teaspoons of salt in there, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Mix it all together in here. So next, you need a cup of buttermilk and a 1/2 cup of melted butter. If you don't have buttermilk, that's okay, you can make it. What I do is I use like a tablespoon of lemon juice, it's already in there, and then I just fill the rest of the way with milk, and that's basically buttermilk. So it works fine for me. So that's what I do if you don't have buttermilk on hand, because who has buttermilk on hand? I'm just going to fill this the rest of the way with milk. And then I'm gonna mix my buttermilk with my butter. Ta-da! And then I'm going to mix this with my dry ingredients, just enough so there's no dry moments or wet moments. Like, you don't want to over mix it. I learned that from you guys in the comments. You all yelled at me when I mixed my biscuit dough too much, so thank you, because it actually helped. So barely mix it. I'm gonna do it with a spatula, just barely at all. Like, it's not even gonna look mixed, all right? That's what I'm gonna do. And then you fold in a cup and a half of cheese. And girl, I'm telling you, these biscuits are so good. There she is. I barely mixed it. Now I'm gonna fold in a cup and a half of cheese. So they look like this. Just like big clumps, and I sprinkle more cheese on top. You put them in the oven. I also have my sweet potatoes down there. So while it's baking, I melted 3 tablespoons of butter and put in some parsley and a half teaspoon of garlic powder, and you brush this on top of the biscuits when they're done. Dinner is set. I burnt the sweet potatoes. Oops. Hey everyone, it is 2 in the morning and I am awake. I'm going through some really shitty stuff right now. I'm okay. Everyone's okay. Everything's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Just some personal, private things. They're just life. Life happens sometimes, and life sometimes gets hard. But I'll be okay. Everything will be okay. Anyway, I was just working in my office, and I came into the guest room to go to the bathroom to have a little tinkle dinkle, because my office bathroom is currently a set. It's the Miranda set, and there's like a big bowl of dirt where the worm lives in the toilet. So I came to the guest bathroom and I was just flooded with memories. So this is the guest bathroom. It's like themed like Froze Toes. I don't think I've ever showed you guys this before. So like this wall has like fan art. Someone painted the house, and like us and me and Eric in People magazine, a picture of us on the first day of shooting. Well, this was our first day. It was the second day of shooting, but it was our first day shooting. And everything is like pink and blue, like the Froze Toes colors. And then we have artwork on the walls of Miranda and Patrick. So it's like the Froze Toes bathroom. But this bathroom, I have so many like crazy vivid memories in here, because this is where my water broke. So every time I'm in this bathroom, I'm like, just remember like one of the most insane moments of my whole life, because I wasn't due for like a month, and I was sleeping in the guest room because I had a really hard time sleeping then. I couldn't really breathe, and I would just cry and like choke and cough, and just felt like my lungs were gonna explode. And I had really bad hip pain, vagina pain, pelvic pain. I also had cholestasis, so I was itchy, and just I was in so much pain. So in order for Eric to sleep, I needed to sleep somewhere else, because otherwise he'd just hear me sniffing, coughing, crying, getting up, sitting down, crying, aching, screaming. Like, so sometimes I slept in the guest room. And the night my water broke, I slept in the guest room. I got up to pee, and I like came and I sat down on the toilet and was like, did my water just break? And I remember, and it was so weird because I was just sitting down peeing. Sorry, TMI. But Daisy, come here, Daisy. Where'd she go? She might have left. But she just walked in the bathroom just now as I was peeing. The door was cracked open. Sorry if you think that's gross. And she came in, she's like, I was like, oh my God, this exact thing happened when my water broke. My water broke and I was sitting in the toilet, and Daisy walked in, and I go, Daisy, I think my water just broke. Like, I literally talked to my cat. I was like, I think my water just broke. Oh my God. And then I like Google searched it, and everything online was like, your water probably didn't break, go lay back down. So I went and laid back down in that bed for like 2 seconds. Online it was like lay down for 30 minutes and then get up and walk around and see if more comes out. I sat down on the bed for like 2 seconds, and it was just like, it just like destroyed the bed. My water broke so much comes out when your water breaks. It's crazy. And I was like, oh my God, that was definitely my water breaking. This is wild. But like every time I'm in this bathroom, which is rare, I'm like, those memories come flooding back so vividly. And so I'm kind of grateful for that right now, because those were really happy memories, because even though I was really scared to like go through birth, I was really excited to meet Flynn, and I was excited to not be pregnant anymore. Like that was just a crazy intense experience. So I've been having like a really, really rough night, and to like be flooded with like those positive, exciting, just intense memories. It was kind of cool. So I'm grateful for that. I should give you guys a tour of this guest room someday. It's really messy, so I don't really want to show you it right now because it's like stuff everywhere, but like maybe one day when I clean it, I'll give you guys a tour of the guest room because it's actually really cool. It's one of my favorite rooms in the house. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope you're all doing okay in this quarantine time. I am going through it, but I'll be okay. I really miss my family a lot, and I just wish I could be with them right now. I'm grateful that I'm able to stay home and do my part to keep everyone safe and healthy during this scary time. So I'm not like complaining about that. I'm not like saying like, oh, it's not fair. Like, I totally understand why we're home, and I totally understand why I can't see them, and I'm not going to see them because I love them and I want to keep them safe. It's just hard. Like when you go through, like I'm really close to my family, and so when things get hard, like I've always just been around them. When things are good, when things are bad, when things are exciting, when things are scary, like I go to my family, I cling to my family. And so the fact that I'm going through something that's like hard and I can't be with them is difficult. So I'm really grateful for Flynn and Eric and Corey, and that I get to be with them right now. And yeah, anyway, if you guys are going through a hard time, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Things will be okay. Life is hard sometimes, and that's just part of it. And the tough stuff makes the great stuff that much more wonderful. So I'm excited for the wonderful stuff to happen again. But yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.